I'm going to show you how to pin things to your social pin board, shared lessons. Let's see how we do that. First of all, we have to find a site that we think is interesting. I'm going to go to my own webpage. Here's a bunch of, different classes. I'll pick calculus. And one of my little pages called the mean value theorem. Now this isn't even something I created myself. I borrowed it from a friend. But I think it's valuable and I want to pin it. So now I'm going to go open up a new tab. And I'm going to go to shared lessons, which I also have on my favorites. And I'm going to try to pin this. I've already logged in, so I don't have to take care of that. And I go to add. I want to add a pin. So I go to add a pin. I click on that. And it wants the web address. So I go back. I highlight the web address. I hit Control-C to copy it. Go back to shared lessons. I hit Control-V and I paste it. And I look for images on the site. It says, well, here's one. It lists all the images on the site. I scroll through them until I find one I really like, and I say, that's the one I want. Then I say, what board do I want? Well, since it's to do with calculus, I'm going to put on my calculus board. And it automatically put the title up for me because it looked for the title. But I want to make sure that I give credit to Chris. So created by Chris Van Bergic. And in case somebody wants to search for it, it's under math. Math, my typing's excellent. Math, calculus 12. And I just have to press pin it. Gives me another chance to edit it if I want. I'm like, no, I don't need to edit that. I think it's pretty good. I could edit again later if I feel like it. It's popped up. Now, since it's just been loading, the image won't show up for a couple of minutes, but it will probably the next time I show up. Let's say I want to add something else. So I go back. GeoGebra. It is kind of a math site. Teachers can get materials from it. I'm looking for a fraction lesson. Adding fractions, dividing fractions. Let's say fractions dividing. I've seen this lesson before. I actually use it in my class. I'm going to go to the students piece here. And I really like this lesson. So I am going to just try to get a picture that shows up well. I go to post this lesson. So I'll try the same thing. I go add a pin. It says, where's the site? I go back, highlight the URL, Control-C to copy it, Control-V to paste it, and it says it can't find an image. Even though there's pictures on the site, sometimes with Java and things like that, you can't pull the image out. It can't be separated from the program. So I need a different way to post this one. Well, it gives me, instead of just add pin, it gives me an upload a pin, which means I have to upload my own picture to go with it. Well, it wants me to browse for that picture. Well, I haven't created it yet. So let's go back to GeoGebra 2, where I have my thing, and I thought this is a pretty good picture. How about I just hit function insert, which is print screen, but I don't want a bunch of other stuff with it, like any of this top stuff, so I have to find a way to edit the picture so the picture doesn't show up that way. Well, I'll look under my programs, under all programs, and I'll look for an editing software. Well, every one of us actually has accessories. I'm going to click on Accessories and Paint. Paint is just editing software. It's on our computer. So here's our Paint. I've already printed screen, so now I'm going to Control V and paste it. But it's come with all this stuff. And I don't want all that stuff. So I'm going to select the piece of it that I want to show. So I've selected the piece of it that I want to show, and I want to crop that. So I'm going to look up and crop it. So now that is my new picture. Kind of a cool picture. I think it'll show people what the site's about. So now I just want to save that picture. It's going to let me save it. It saves it as a pretty small image, which is good. I mean small as in size, like it's not a huge amount of space needed for it. I need to pick a name for it. I'll call it Fraction Demo. So I'm just going to save my picture with all the other pictures I've used for my other ones. Now, where was I? I'm going to go back to Shared Lesson so I can pin it. Now it wants me to browse for my image. I just click on this white spot and it says browsing for the image. I got to remember where I saved the image and what it was called. It was called Fraction Demo. I say OK. So now I've got the Fraction Demo, and it gives me the choice of what board I want to pin it to. Well, since it's grade 8 fractions, I'm probably not going to pin it in calculus or physics or personal. I'll pin it to my Math 8 board. And I'll say, nice demo for grade 8 math fraction division. And just in case anybody wants to know, geogebra. That's where it came from. Now, I'm not quite done because I haven't told people where it is. So I have to edit that, and it's going to ask me for the link. So here's the link. I'm going to go back, highlight my ULR. I'm going to Control C to copy it, come back, Control V to paste it. Take a look. This looks all good. I can always edit it later if I'm wrong. It shows me the image, what it's going to look like eventually when it uploads, and I'm going to hit Save Pin. Go back to Shared Lessons. And my other image is already uploaded. It only took 30 seconds, maybe a minute or two. This one, the picture isn't here yet, but it'll be there. And anybody could click on here, click again, and they can go to that site to share that resource. I hope you found that very helpful. Thank you.